embracing challenges with a growth mindset. To begin the conversation, family, if we would please comment below, I have a dream. And I want you to say it with your chest this morning. I have a dream, something that I'm working towards, a vision that I have for my life, some success that I'm aiming to manifest. I see it in my mind, and I want to make it real in my reality. I have a dream. Again, I see the comments popping up. I'll put those up here momentarily. Today is January 20th, 2025. At the time of this recording, maybe you're watching this in 2030. You never know. These things live here on the internet. But today, again, the time of this recording is January 20th, 2025. It's a day that we commemorate, that we honor, and we celebrate the life and the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., minister, preacher, activist, disruptor, an advocate of love and positivity and equality, practiced civil disobedience, and a prominent leader in the civil rights movement. And as I reflect on his legacy, one of my favorite quotes that came from Dr. King, actually, in fact, it's right there. You can probably see his face. It's kind of blurred out a little bit. But one of my favorite quotes that came from Dr. Martin Luther King is when he said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but it's where he stands in times of challenge and controversy." I want us to comment below, don't fold. Don't fold. Family, we cannot fold under pressure. It's in fact the pressure that cuts the diamonds and enables them to shine. It's the fire that purifies the gold and activates the value within and helps us appreciate that value. We cannot fold under pressure. I believe one of the biggest mistakes that many of us often make is we develop the habit of running away from the things that are uncomfortable. The things that stimulate discomfort, we often try to shy ourselves away from them. We avoid them. We try to just neglect stepping into those moments or even those opportunities that may promote some form of discomfort. We run away from taking a risk. We run away from starting something new. We run away from changing our environment or stepping into new territory that's more conducive to our goals and our dreams, all because we have this desire to be comfortable. But what I get out of that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. quote is how he's highlighting that our life is often shaped by what we do in those moments that are extremely difficult for us. Those moments when we are uncomfortable, we wish things would be different, and we find ourselves in a very challenging time. It's about how we act when our back is up against the wall, how you feel when you've hit rock bottom, how you behave when the odds are stacked against you, how you operate, right? How you're thinking, what you're thinking in those moments when life doesn't seem to be working the way that you initially planned it. It's what you do in those moments, the decisions and the choices that you make that ultimately change the trajectory of your life. What's that quote? Life is 10% about what happens and 90% about how we respond. What we do with what happens is what matters the most, family. I see the comments coming up again. We'll get to them here momentarily. But maybe as you're watching this conversation and tuning into this video, you've got a dream and you've been working diligently to build this in your reality, but things do not seem to be shaking. Like your life doesn't seem to be reflecting the positive changes that you envision, and it's tiring, it's exhausting, it's frustrating, it's disappointing, and downright discouraging. And at times you do feel defeated. Here's what I want us to do. Comment below. I'm getting prepared for my next level. And I want you to say that with meaning. I want you to say that with conviction. Maybe you do find yourself mentally overwhelmed. Maybe you do find yourself frustrated or discouraged. I want you to make that declaration. I'm getting prepared for my next level, the level that has my name on it, the opportunities that I can gain access to. I'm getting prepared for my next level. A few years ago, family, here in our neighborhood, there's this beautiful tree that I would walk past every single day, and I was fascinated by this tree. When you would look at this tree, the tree didn't necessarily have anything amazing about it, right? Because in fact, it didn't have any leaves. But when you looked at this tree, it downright almost looked dead. But to me, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was amazing. In fact, let me put this image up. I took this picture years ago. Now, the trees has since been cut down, unfortunately, because some real estate developers came into the neighborhood and began to build some new properties where the tree actually existed. But the picture and image doesn't do it justice. This was a massive tree, a huge tree. But again, as you can see through the image, there are no leaves. It looks dead. It looks decayed. It looks like there's no life within this tree. And what I began to do as I was fascinated by this tree, I started to do some research. And I came across some information that began to highlight that when trees look like this, we have to understand this is when they are the strongest. This picture was taken in the fall during the autumn. And that's actually when trees are the strongest. They're at their best. Reason being is because they're not producing any fruit. They don't produce any leaves. So therefore, all the energy is channeled into the roots. All the energy is now directed into the core of the tree. Now, what am I saying? I'm saying in your season of fruitlessness, when your efforts often seem invisible to the outside world, family, there's an internal process that's taking place. It's a process of strengthening in preparation. Everybody comment below, strengthening in preparation. You may not see it, right? You're working diligently, you're working hard, you're building your vision, and it doesn't seem as if you're producing any fruit from your vantage point, right? But this is a season that you are in where there's some strengthening that's taking place and there's preparation that's taking place. You're becoming stronger and you're becoming more equipped for your next level. Progress doesn't always seem visible, family. That's what we have to understand. Muscles don't grow after your first workout. The seed, when you plant it right, that fruit or that tree is not going to sprout on the exact same day when you plant that seed into the soil. There's a process that takes place. In fact, it's the reps, it's the consistent efforts that are applied that leads to progress and leads to growth. And what we have to understand, family, it's a matter of what you do in these moments of discomfort that matter the most. Because yes, you're working hard and you feel extremely uncomfortable because your work ethic, right, and your efforts aren't necessarily equivalent to the progress or the success that you'd hope for. So what we can't do is get frustrated and discouraged and throw in the towel and stop putting forth the effort, because we have to understand this is a season of strengthening and preparation. Keep in mind, family, as I wrap it up, progress isn't just about where you're going, but progress is more about who you're becoming. Who am I speaking to this morning? You're becoming stronger because of this process. You're becoming more skilled because of the time and the effort that you're applying towards your goals and your dreams. You're becoming a better version of yourself as you're fighting these silent battles and navigating the difficulties and rising above them. You're discovering aspects about yourself that you didn't know existed within you. And what I'm saying is this: you have to understand that there's a part of you that's on the inside of you that continues to encourage you to take those steps. It may be a very faint voice, but there's a part of you that's saying, don't you give up on what's possible. There's a part of you that's saying, keep applying your best effort. There's a part of you that's saying, I refuse to settle. That's that aspect of growth that lives on the inside of you. And what we have to learn to do, here's the call to action: lead with a growth mindset this week. Allow that voice from within that won't allow you to give up to take command over your life this week, to give you the strength to take that necessary step to move towards your goal. Because again, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in times of comfort and convenience. It's easy to be positive when everything's happening in your favor. But the ultimate measure of a man is where he stands in times of struggle, challenge, inconvenience, and controversy. Yeah, your back is up against the wall. But that's not what's most important. What's most important is, what are you going to do about it? Yeah, you hit rock bottom. Yeah, you got knocked down, but you're not knocked out. What matters the most is what you decide to do from this moment on. Make the executive decision. I'm going to operate with a growth mindset. And I understand that growth is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. But therefore, every decision that I make this week, I'm going to make sure I'm keeping it in alignment with my vision, my purpose, and my goals. Because even though I don't see the physical results of my efforts, there's an internal process of strengthening and preparation that's taking place. I'm getting prepared for my next level. Comment below that statement. I'm getting prepared for my next level. I'm getting prepared for my greater opportunity. I'm getting prepared to scale my business. I'm getting prepared for that higher education degree. I'm getting prepared for that certification that's going to take my career to the next level. I'm getting prepared to improve my physical health. I'm getting prepared to get my mental health where it needs to be. I'm getting prepared for what is to come. That right there, family, is the secret to unstoppable growth. The challenges are going to arise. The question is, how will you respond to whatever life is throwing at you? So if you don't get anything else out of what we've discussed during this conversation, family, what I want you to do is this. I want you to operate with a growth mindset as you lead into this week so you can seize the opportunities that have your name on them. If you slid into this broadcast and I was unable to give you a shout out, be sure to comment below. And again, if it is in fact your first time or your first time in a long time, put a number 1 in the chat and then place your first name afterward. Again, place a number 1 in the chat and your first name afterward. I'll be sure to shout you out before we do conclude today's conversation. I'm hoping that somebody somewhere found some value from this discussion. If you were picking up what I was putting down, put some fist up in the chat below. Let me know that you received some value from this discussion. I told you guys I put these up. Dustin says, grateful for the opportunity to be in a position to serve people in the industry of personal and professional development. I'm right there with you, brother. Colleen says, grateful to still be able to wake up at 4:30 a.m., clean the snow off my car in this freezing weather. Stay warm out there for you, sis. Yes, Sandra's in the building. I see you. Grand Rising. Welcome. J. Mitch, photography, my brother from another mother. Salute. Hoping all is well with you. Yes, we are being strengthened and prepared. That's the focus. Again, Jerome, glad to have you tapped in live, brother. Hope all is well with you and the fam. I see the fist coming up. Again, if you found value, please share this out with the people that you care about. Tag them here in the chat. If you're watching this on Facebook, share this with your entire Facebook network. For those watching this on YouTube, real quick, do your boy D1 a quick favor. It doesn't cost you anything, and it takes a millisecond to perform. Hit the like button. It goes a long way in the algorithm. This year, I told myself I'm going to be more intentional about expanding our community there on YouTube. So be sure to partner with me on that mission. And by you simply just commenting and hitting the like button or sharing the link out, it will help us reach our goal. I would truly appreciate that. And for those watching this on X, again, we may not be able to see you in the chat, but nonetheless, we still got love for you. Be sure to retweet this out with those that you are connected with. Anthony Marshall is in the building. Go Scholars. Great day to you, King. Hope all is well with you and the fam and the team there at Go Scholars. We got to connect soon, man, see how things are going. But nonetheless, family, if we have yet to connect on other platforms, be sure to connect with your boy. There we go. I'm at D1 Gibson, and that includes Instagram, Facebook, again, X, as well as I'm on LinkedIn. And then tap into our YouTube channel again. That is at youtube.com/David Gibson. Also, visit the website for more information on my speaking and coaching services. If you're looking to get your mindset right and develop some new success practices that will help you reach your goals and your dreams and ultimately become the best version of yourself, all information is readily available there at the website. And while you are there, be sure to subscribe to my growth newsletter. It's a weekly newsletter that I send out that highlights, again, some mindset shifts and some other success tools that will help you level up your life. With that being said, family, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up because you got dreams to catch and success to create, so we each got to get busy being great on this amazing Monday. Again, Let's continue to celebrate and honor the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Spread some love today. Be an advocate of positivity. Exemplify the love that he demonstrated with the legacy that he built through the life that he lived, family. Now, as we wrap up this conversation and conclude the broadcast, if you find yourself in a difficult situation or a challenging experience, as I mentioned earlier, you're being strengthened. You're being prepared for greater. But I get it. Like, the emotions can be often overwhelming. Like, the struggle can literally be real, and you find yourself right there on the verge of giving up. I want to remind you that whatever you're experiencing right now is only temporary. This too shall pass. And you're saying, D1, it sounds good. It sounds amazing the way that you kind of communicated that, but you really don't have any idea what I'm up against. You really don't know what I'm currently facing. And that may be true. I may not know what you're up against. I may not even know you personally, but what I do know is this: whatever stands in front of you and whatever stands behind you has nothing compared to the power that's at work within you. So what you got to do is you got to stand up with that power. You got to move with that power. You got to rise above your situation and your circumstance with that power. It's a decision that you can make. Keep in mind, you are unstoppable when you decide to be. When you make the decision, I refuse to give up. I'm not throwing in the towel. I'm not negotiating with my fears. I won't compromise with my doubts, but I'm staying determined. That's when you'll be unstoppable. So today, be unstoppable. This entire week, be unstoppable and lead with that growth mindset. If nobody else tells you that they love you today, remember, your brother from another mother, D1 Gibson, has nothing but love for each and every single one of you. With all of that being said, family, have a phenomenal Monday. Let's be effective, be successful. Let's live with some passion this week. And most importantly, let's be powerful. In every ounce of that word, be powerful. Thank you all for tuning in to today's broadcast. Again, I'm hoping that you found some value, whether you're watching this live or you're catching this on the replay. Be sure to share this out. We truly appreciate that. But again, have a remarkable Monday. We'll be back at it next week, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday. Until then, peace.
Make it. I can see my shot is here, so now I'm gonna take it. Gotta get up, get out, time to stand up, get loud, time to rise up off the floor. And I'm stronger than ever now, can't hold me down no more. I'm waking up, 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 I'm waking up. So I'ma do it right now, yeah, I'ma do it right now. Giving up and I